And welcome back to Magic. So, I'm a little late on this video. I couldn't get around to it when I wanted to get around to it on Friday, because I had work and all that. Life gets in the way of life. There we go. It was being a little difficult with me. But we had a whole bunch of cards brought out, and it's kind of like a sub. You know how occasionally there'll be like little sub mechanics within only a couple cards, but it's not actually a main mechanic in the set. That's what actually one of the articles was about on Friday. So we have 3 cards that all basically have a similar effect. Basically, they're called torments. But before we get to torments, let me get to the one other card here. We have Doomfall, which is a sorcery. 1 black, 2 of any color, uncommon. Choose 1. Target opponent exiles a creature he or she controls. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it. Exile that card. Either way, it's a fantastic card. Because the exiling off the bat is always basically better than destroying the creature, because there's a lot of creatures that when they have an effect that when they die, they go to an effect happens. But if they die, they get exiled. They don't die. They just poof. They're gone. So anytime you exile something, unless there's cards that generally deal exile, which there are, but they're a bit far and few between. Exiling has become a bit more of a thing within the past couple of years. This card's very fantastic. If I get it and I'm in black, then absolutely, yeah. Now we have the Torment cycle. Torment of Venom. 2 black, 2 of any color. Instant. Common. Put 3 -1/-1 counters on target creature. Its controller loses 3 life unless he or she sacrifices another creature, or another non-land permanent, or discards a card. Now basically the sub mechanic is the lose 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card effect. Now, when you put it into effect with this, it depends on the board state, but this card, obviously you're going to be trying to take out a creature regardless. And more than likely, the creature's going to die, unless the creature has, 4 toughness or whatever. And that being said, this one's a bit of a catch-22, because if you're already basically, like, putting -1 counters on a big creature, they might just warrant getting rid of the creature, and not risk the life point damage. All depends on the creature they have. Overall, it's not a bad card. Torment of Scarabs, 3 of any color, 1 black. At the beginning, or a curse. Enchant player. At the beginning of enchanting player's upkeep, that player loses 3 life unless he or she sacrifices a non-land permanent or discards a card. This one's debatable in terms of how good it is. It's not bad, because you're forcing your opponent to be at least slightly more disadvantaged. They're either going to be less life, less things on the field, or less cards in hand. More than likely, they're probably going to go with the less cards in hand because they don't want to ruin their field. And they probably wouldn't want to, have less life than if they could avoid basically having less life. That's more or less. Come to think of it, I just want to make sure did I set that up right. One second. Downloads. Sorry for the wait, folks. I'm just checking. Okay, you know what? Screw that. All right, let's try that again. I'm checking my thumbnail right now that I have for this video. Okay, I made this. Where did I make it? I know I have it here somewhere. Okay, no, yeah, I'll have to get a card on. Okay, anyway, Torment of Hailfire. Now, 2 black, X, rare, sorcery. Repeat the following process X times. Each opponent loses 3 life unless that player sacrifices a non-land permanent or discards a card. Now, the reason this card is nuts in comparison to the other 2 is it's basically that fact is whatever X is, even if X is 2, they got to do that process 2 times. But obviously, if you can, you're going to hold on to this card as long as fucking possible. This card, first off, this card is disgusting in any multiplayer formats, particularly something like Commander, but also Two-Headed Giant, where your opponent's life is conjoined, but they're 2 separate opponents, which means this thing will wreak havoc in those formats. And even though a 1-on-1 game, it's still a nasty card because again, most people are gonna hold on to it as long as they feel is necessary. Which, let's be fair, is probably at least if they can get to 3, the X to 3. So you have to do the process at least 3 times. That will probably be That'll probably be when they decide to do it. That's when most people decide to do it. But again, if you can get if it's like, this is a perfect actually top deck card. It's like it's like turn, I don't know, 15 in the game. Games are going on for a long time. Your opponent still's got like 15 life and a couple things on the field. You're behind. You got nothing else. Top deck this. You've got like 8 to 10 mana. Just tap it out. Do that process 8 times. Their hand can't, most likely isn't huge. Even if they try to discard their entire hand, that's still at most 7 cards. So they're going to have to get rid of their entire hand and either lose a life or lose a card. So it's a really good card. Farm to market. 2 of any color, 1 white. Instant. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature. Perfectly fine. Market. 2 of any color, 1 blue. Aftermath. Sorcery. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. First part's good. Second part's eh. Struggle. 2 of any color, 1 red. Instant. Uncommon. Struggle deals damage equal to the target creature, or excuse me, damage to target creature equal to the number of lands you control. Pretty good card. It means at the very least, unless you're doing mono ramp, you'll be doing 3 damage to a creature. So that's a solid card. Survive. So struggle to survive. 2 of any color, 1 of any color, 1 green, 2 mana. Aftermath. Sorcery. Each player shuffle his or her graveyard into his or her library. It's good against. No, it's not even good against Eternalize because people are going to be, getting their cards back. This card just kind of sucks unless you're trying to get stuff, which I guess it could work. Then we have Sinuous Striker, 2 of any color, 1 blues. Sinuous Striker, pay 1 blue, get +1 minus. Get +1 minus 1 until the end of turn. You can Eternalize it for 2 blue, 3 of any color. It is a 2/2, which then will turn into a 4/4. It's a Naga Warrior. Which means, theoretically speaking, if you get the 4/4, and then you use its ability to the max you could turn into a 7/1 theoretically. But unless you can make it unblockable or something, or you're just going to be going straight through it, not that big a deal. Proven Combatant, 1 blue, 1/1. Eternalize for 6, 2 blue, 4 of any color. It's a 1-drop Eternalize. Actually, for what it is, as a 1-drop goes, the fact that you can basically play it as a 4 later on is pretty decent. The 6 is a bit steep, but it's not bad. It's at least a more playable 1/1 than, say, just a 1/1 for 1 that does absolutely nothing. So yeah, it's more playable than one of those. But yeah, that's all the cards. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As those who want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Now, I will have obviously box office tomorrow when I get back from work. Because I'm kind of really backlogged with a lot of who wins, I'm kind of gonna do something this week besides the Magic videos. Besides the Magic video, there will be only a what if. Well, there'll be what there will be. I'm gonna try to do the usual this week. I might be feel a little swamped, but I'm gonna try, mind you, to do a who would win every day. Simply because I have so many who would wins that it's kind of filling up the pages of notes I have. So I'm gonna try to get to a bunch of requested who would wins by everyone who has requested to me recently or in the past. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. Some of them will be pretty basic. Some of them I'm gonna take some serious notes down for. But I will get to that throughout the week. Now, maybe not every day, but I'm going to try to do more than just 2 this week. Actually, no. Well, no, normally this week would be 1. But maybe I'll just continue doing the bi-weeklies from now on. Just to, make some room. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you folks next time. Have a good night.